Hello everyone, my name is Rania Paraulia and I'm majoring English Literature. So let's get into the video. The first one, I want to explain about subject auxiliary inversion. The first one is introduction. What is subject auxiliary inversion? It is a fundamental grammatical structure in English. It involves switching the usual order of the subject and the auxiliary verb, resulting in the auxiliary verb coming before the subject. The main uses. When do we use subject auxiliary inversion? The first one is forming question, including yes or no question and WH questions. The second is negative inversion, used when a sentence begins with a negative expression. The last is conditional clauses. This structure is most common with second and third conditional sentence, which express hypothetical or unreal situations. So how does it works? Main verbs cannot undergo SAI in modern English. Incorrect, enjoy Sam the paper, archaic or not used. That's the example. If no auxiliary is present, do support is used. Statement. Sam enjoys the paper. Question. Does Sam enjoy the paper? SAI does not occur in indirect questions. Examples like correct. Katie wonders what Sam ate. The incorrect one, Katie wonders what did Sam eat. Here's are the examples for the statement. She can swim. So in the SAI question, can she swim? Or Tom has finished his work. Has Tom finished his work? They are coming. Are they coming? Sam is reading the paper. What is Sam reading? We're moving on to the common errors. The first error, attempting inversion with main verbs without an auxiliary, like sings Gretchen's the area, incorrect in modern English. The error two, using inversion in indirect questions, some things like I wonder where did she go? It's incorrect. So, for the conclusion, subject auxiliary inversion is a core English structure essential for forming questions, some conditional clauses, and sentences with fronted negatives. Mastery of SAI is crucial for both understanding and producing correct English sentences in various contexts. So, for the second material is about relative clause. The first one is introduction. What is relative clause? A relative clause is a type of dependent clause that modifies a noun or pronoun in the main clause. It gives us additional information about that noun. Here's are the types of relative clause. Defining relative clause, restrictive, and non-defining, non-restrictive relative clause. What is defining relative clauses? Defining relative clauses give essential information to identify the noun. Some things like the woman who lives next door is a doctor. The clause who lives next door tells us exactly which woman. And for the non-defining, relative clauses add extra information that is not essential to identify the noun. For examples, my mother, who is a teacher, loves to read. The clause who is a teacher adds information but is not necessary to identify my mother. Here are the relative pronouns and their uses. Pronoun who refers to people or subject. For example, the man who called is my uncle. Whom, people, also people, Subject: the doctor whom I saw was kind. Whose refers to possession. The girl whose bike was stolen cried. Which refers to things or animals. Example: the car which I bought is new. And the last is that refers to people or things, defining only. For examples, the book that I read was great. So for the conclusion, relative clauses add information about nouns. Defining clauses are essential to the meaning of the sentence and do not use commas, while non-defining clauses provide extra information and are separated by commas. It's important to choose the correct relative pronoun for the noun and to pay attention to the subject-verb agreement and punctuation. These rules help make writing clearer and more precise. And we're moving on to the tree diagram. Here's are the first sentence. The quick brown jumps over the lazy duck. For the explanation, this is a declarative sentence with a subject noun phrase and a verb phrase that includes a prepositional phrase showing location or direction. The next is the girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. The relative clause modifies girl and the verb phrase is dancing. And the next one is Zefano saw the Yehezkiela with the telescope. PP with the telescope can attach either to Saw or to Yehezkiela, leading to two different interpretations. Next is she believes that the earth is round. The verb believes takes a complement clause starting with that. The last one is the house I grew up has been demolished. For the explanation, the clause where I grew up modifies house. The main predicate is has been demolished. And maybe that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.